Okay, well, let's talk about writing equivalent algebraic expressions, it's very similar to writing equivalent numerical expressions. But again, we're just dealing with letters. Remember, our variables, our letters are just representing numbers. So let's take a look. Let's say we start with the basic x plus y, any number x plus any number y. Well, remember, our key friend is switch these things around, right? We could say x plus y, but remember, when we can add in any order. So switch it around, y plus x, right? Both of those are equivalent. They say the same thing, right? So even if we get fancy like 3a plus 5c, switch them around, 5c plus 3a, right? It's really that simple, right? Now, when we get to throw in some negatives, the possibilities expand a little bit, right? But we can still do what? Swap the terms. So switch it around. So x plus negative 2y becomes negative 2y plus x. But remember, whenever we see a negative, it means a subtraction. It means a minus. So what's being subtracted? Well, the negative. So I'm taking away 2y. So that means I need to put x first and take away 2y. Right? That's the key. That's the key subtraction. That's the only subtraction here. Right? Even if we get to one like this, again, negative 4a plus 7c, switch them around, swap them. 7c plus negative 4a. We got a negative, that means we have a subtraction. Negative 4a, wait a second, subtract 4a from what? 7c. So 7c minus 4a. Notice the minus is the negative is the minus. In all of these on the right, negative 4a, you should see negative 4a, minus 4a, or negative 4a. For the 7c, you always see plus 7c or just a straight 7c, which means it's positive. All equivalent. Let's take a look at one more example. Remember, now we have two negatives, which means we're going to have two possible subtractions. But remember, our first friend is to swap them around. So let's switch them. There we go. Negative 5x plus negative 3y becomes negative 3y plus negative 5x. But then what? Every adding a negative is a subtraction, right? So we could just take that negative 5x and take away 3y. So take the first one. Instead of plus a negative, we make it a minus. Remember, a minus is adding a negative is adding a minus. So now we go to negative 3y minus 5x. Again, just switching the terms, but again, two negatives, two minuses. All right, same thing here. Negative a plus negative 8c. Remember, they're not like terms. We can't combine them, but we can write equivalent expressions, swap them around. Boom. Negative 8c plus negative a. And remember, two negatives, two minus, two subtraction problems. So again, negative 8c minus a and negative a minus 8c. All right, so let's have a practice at this, writing equivalent algebraic expressions, and see how easy this really is.